All right, let's talk some football before we get the Red Sox in the next segment. Obviously, Patriots, a lot of expectations. If you look up right now, I mean, Bruins are in a retool.
Yep.
Red Sox are, we'll be kind, trying to figure it out.
Yep.
Celtics are a mess. Mm-hmm. I mean, are the Patriots? Is Drake Maye right now sitting back like, yeah, look at me, I the captain now? They're kind of like,
not.
I mean, but Adam,
Yeah.
in terms of like, I guess expectations, hype, maybe results.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think
feels like the
people
Patriots.
All right, and it's all relative, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of the excitement for the Patriots, they haven't been good in a while.
Right.
It's been a long time.
Good point.
So, I mean, not to be a wet blanket on this, which I just did, but I mean, Drake Maye has what, 11 starts under his belt?
Right.
In the National Football League.
Yeah.
And is now in year 2, getting a new head
Could be
coach,
a little early.
Getting a new offensive coordinator.
Could be a little early.
Right?
Yeah.
Might be a little bit early. And not to say that he won't thrive, but I'm
Yeah.
not going to put the eggs in that basket.
I think that's a great point. In fact, I've heard a lot of Patriots fans, which this time of year you're supposed to do, but I've heard a lot of Patriots fans suggest, what if Drake Maye's like top 10 quarterback, this team's going to the playoffs? In that theory, I would agree with. If he's top 10, yeah, congratulations.
Yeah.
The Pats are back. But I don't know if that's realistic. And that's why hearing you say that, it jumps out to
The
me.
Patriots did the right things in the offseason.
Yes.
They had a great offseason.
Yes.
They surrounded Drake Maye with some offensive talent. They also gave him an offensive line.
That's right.
Right? So that's a great jumping off point. They're setting him up for success. And they also brought back an offensive coordinator who's had a lot of success here.
Yes.
As an offensive coordinator. Not
That's
as
right.
a head coach elsewhere, but as an offensive coordinator in New England, Josh McDaniels, you can't argue that.
No, you can't.
Look what he did with Mac Jones. Right?
Well,
Year 1.
I mean, he deserves
Seriously.
all kinds of prizes for that.
Right.
All right, so let's talk about the offense deeper then. I mean, as we look around Drake Maye, because we know he's set, they're building around him. Offensive line, still some question marks.
Yep.
Wide receivers, a whole lot of question marks.
Yeah.
The running game, we'll see. If you had to almost break down who's on the hot seat offensively, where would you start? Whose seat would be the hottest on the offense?
The hottest, I would say the two second-year wide receivers.
Polk and Baker.
Yeah, I would say based on the expectation you had especially for Polk last year, I
Yes,
think, right?
yes.
Didn't live up to that. A lot of drops.
Yes.
I think they had 13 catches between the two of them.
They didn't do anything.
And I think Polk had 12 of them.
They didn't do a damn thing.
Right. So I think they're on the hot seat because of the fact that you brought in guys this offseason. You drafted Kyle Williams.
Mm-hmm.
You brought in Stephon Diggs. You brought in Mac Hollins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mac Hollins is not a superstar wide receiver, but again, a veteran wide receiver who maybe won't drop passes.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm not counting Kendrick Bourne in this because I think he's gone.
Oh.
I think he's gone.
He's
Because
not making
they're
it
going
through
to save
camp.
like $5 million. They cut him before June 1st.
He is well, then his seat's the hottest because
No, I know.
between now
but
and through
I'm not even
camp,
considering
'Cause you think
I
he's
think he's
gone.
off the seat.
right? Right. It's
no
ready.
seat.
Yeah.
It's been pulled.
He's boiling.
Yeah.
Take it off. You're out of here.
Yeah.
Okay. I like Polk and Baker because you have to get something out of them. I always talk about this. That draft class
Yeah.
in totality, outside of Drake Maye, which by the way, I love Drake Maye. I don't want anyone to take this
yeah,
wrong.
absolutely.
But at the same time, I'm not giving you a cookie for drafting Drake Maye. It was obvious.
Right.
The stupid thing to do would be, you know what? We don't want Drake Maye. We're going for J.J. McCarthy. That would be dumb, okay? And I think we would all agree on that. They did the obvious. Caleb was gone. Jaden Daniels was gone. Drake's just as good as those two. Take Drake. And they did it.
Yep.
So even that pick, I'm not really like, I'll never look back and think, boy, the Patriots were so smart to take Drake Maye at 3. No, it's what you were supposed to do. And the rest of the draft class was trash so far, starting with these wideouts that you're talking about. So I get you. I'm going in a different direction. Okay. Ramondre Stevenson.
Okay.
I'm almost to the point where you are with Kendrick Bourne. Not that he should be off the team, but I'm convinced he's not going to be the starting running back. I really do. I think Travion Henderson, who's a guy at Ohio State who they shared carries. He came from a running back by committee. So in theory, it makes sense if you're going to go running back by committee here now, because he's used to that. But I think the kid's good enough, and we've seen this in this league over and over again with young backs. It's not wide receiver. It's not quarterback. It doesn't take you long. Run the ball, okay? Hit the hole, know your pass pro, and you're good. Running backs, they're like this.
They are.
So I'm looking at Travion Henderson, and that's really the storyline I'm watching when we get to camp. OTAs are cute, but when you get to camp, it's real football. That's when football season starts for us. I think this kid could end up being the starting running back, even if you run the ball by committee. So I'm looking at Ramondre Stevenson as like, you got to put up or shut up now. I've really only seen one good season from you in the last 4.
Got him the contract.
Got him the contract.
$17 million guaranteed.
Outside of the bag of moolah that he's got, what I really have to show for it is one good season, a lot of kind of nagging injuries,
and then
some fumbles.
Fumbles towards the end of the year, right?
I'm just saying, Adam.
Antonio Gibson got the bulk of the carries.
That's right. Who also has fumbling issues.
Right.
I think,
what does that tell you?
That's what I'm saying. I think Travion Henderson has an opportunity. If I'm him, the rook, I'm like, yeah, I'm ready.
Well,
it's my time.
We had seen, I mean, with Stevenson, Damian Harris was starting running back in New England, and then all of a sudden,
that's right.
Stevenson comes in, they start splitting the reps.
Because
Damian
it's
Harris,
running backs. That's the life. If you're not, I don't know, who are the names? Bijan Robinson, right?
Yeah.
Like Saquon Barkley. We know the names. If you're not one of those guys, Derrick Henry, like, it's not a foregone conclusion. This is just your job. I get it. That's what we're used to. But I want to see this offense be dynamic. Travion Henderson's here because he's a home run hitter as a running back. We'll give him some carries.
Yeah.
Let's see some home runs.
Yep.
Can he play for the Sox too? I could use that. Was I out of bounds? I'm sorry. Was I out of bounds?
Oh, man.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. OTA's continuing this week. Mini camp right around the corner.
But for us, it's training.
It's training camp.
That's when football season starts.
Yeah.
And again, I know I was disrespectful saying all this is cute with OTAs, but it's training camp.
Yeah.
That's when it's real. How many Patriots camps did you cover along the way?
Oh, a few.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I've been in studio a bunch over the years, so I didn't go down all the time. But I do remember going down to mini camp back in the day, and Rodney Harrison was not friendly to me, man.
Wow.
He was not friendly to me.
Wow.
Which is okay. I'm fine.
I don't think he's the friendliest of cats.
Yeah, and I don't have any ill will towards Rodney, but I remember being a young reporter, going down there. I asked a question at the same time that a reporter asked a question, right? It was a beat reporter, and we asked the question at the same time.
Yeah.
And I had said, oh, I'm sorry, excuse me, right? Looking at the reporter, and Rodney Harrison looks at me. He's like, still being rude, huh, bud?
Oh!
I'm like, still being rude?
That
Who do you
feels
think I am?
personal.
Yeah.
That's personal.
And I'd never covered minicamp before. He just picked me out of the crowd. He might have thought I was someone else.
Rodney, listen, we know you watch Boston is into the chat.
Yeah.
Come on. We'll interview you and you can apologize then.
Yeah, please. Come on the show.